We are okay. Hey guys, I think we're started. It's my first Google Hangout, so kind of testing it out and seeing how it works. And I'm so excited that you're watching this because it means that you're here and you want to learn and you want to grow and you want to change. And so thank you for just being with me and being on my team. I love you guys. You guys are so near and dear to my heart, as I know that my business is going to grow and your business is going to grow. And we're so small now, and it's kind of sweet to me because I think of you guys all the time, and I know that the things are going to happen for you. I know that there's great things for you as there is for all of us. You know, it's going to be an amazing thing because this business is amazing. So thank you for watching. I will try to keep it short. I want to go through the 3 vital behaviors today. I want to talk a little bit about facing our fears and some beliefs that we have with things that are stopping us. And then I will have an action plan for you at the end. And please be thinking as I'm talking about some topics that you have been, you know, there's different ideas that kind of roll around in our heads. And if there's some things you've been wanting to do, but you're not quite sure how to do them, please let me know, because I'm going to sit down and map out some topics for our team calls over the next maybe like 2 months. And I want to do them weekly. And of course, they'll be recorded if you cannot pop on. But I would love input, and I would love to know what you guys want to hear and what you want to learn from me, because I've been doing this longer than you. So I want to share all of my knowledge with you, and we can grow together. So I kind of want to talk about this call though, because I don't even know. This business has changed my life so much that if I've never made one stinking dollar off of it, I would be thrilled, because it has forced me to do so many things that I would have never, ever dreamed of doing. Like this call, for instance. I've been thinking in my head, I should have started them in the beginning of summer. You know, you guys would get to know me better. We can have more camaraderie on the team if I started doing these calls. And I put it off. And I'm sure that there's things that you're probably putting off too once in a while, things that you're thinking, goodness, I think this would help my business, or maybe I should sit down and plan my posts for the week so I don't have to think of them every day and, you know, kind of stress out and hustle to do a post really quick. So this call, I wrote down and I said in my head, I have to get them done by November. If I don't start team calls by November, I'm a failure. Like, I have to do it. I have to be the leader that I'm called to be in this business. And so here I am, just flubbering and blubbering all over the place, but I've chosen to feel the fear and just do it anyway. That's going to be our slogan for the next couple months. Like, just feel the fear and do it anyway, even if you feel like you failed. Because I don't think that any of us, the first time we try to do something, we never do it that great. You know, the first time you ride a bike, the first time you write an essay, the first time I can't even think of a good example. You know, the first time you start doing a new project that you've never done before, you're really not that great at it. But the second time you do it and the third time, you're going to be better, and it's going to become more natural, and your nerves aren't going to get in the way as much. And I am speaking to myself here. So there you go, November. Write things down, plan them out, and I have promised myself November, and here it is. So I'm glad you're here, and thanks for bearing with me and being patient with me. But I don't want to talk about myself and what's going on with me the whole time. I really want to share things, but I'll use examples because that's all I know, and I hope that you can be encouraged by them. So I definitely want to talk about the 3 vital behaviors. First, I'm going to talk about the invitation process and the sharing process, because that can be tough. This business, I've noticed, if you don't have momentum, if you don't keep up your momentum, you don't keep inviting people, talking with people daily, wherever you're working, wherever you are, whatever little birthday party or event you go to, you kind of start to lose your game a little bit and you lose your momentum. So the invitation process, doing it daily, the 3 vital behaviors need to be done daily. And those are invite, personal development, and being a product of the product. I know some of you may not know this, so I wanted to kind of review that really quick. But the invitation process is huge. And what you're going to do and what you're going to think of it as is practicing on people and sharing little tidbits here and there with people so that they get a feel for who you are and what you do, and you can learn more about them in the process. Let's talk real life, for instance. Say you're at, I was at my daughter's pre-K class, and one of the moms there, we were just kind of standing by each other. She's not super talkative. I'm not friends with her on Facebook yet. You like how I say yet. And she is really cool, and she and her daughter, or her daughter and Sam, get along really good. So I just asked her, do you stay home with the kids? Do you work? Just kind of asking and inquiring what people do. And she's like, yeah, I stay home with both the kids. My husband works. And she asked what I did. So I shared. I said, well, I'm an esthetician. I work 1 day a week. And then I say, I'm a health and fitness coach. I do online health and fitness and lifestyle coaching, and it's really great because I get to stay home with the kiddos and it's fun. And she's like, oh, that's cool, you get to stay home with the kiddos. So I'm kind of just, planting seeds here and there, because you never know, what if she decides to become a Beachbody coach? And we've started our conversation, I've started like planting the seeds and just getting to know people. And it's not about me having an agenda with people. It's just opening the doors and taking every opportunity for what it's worth. And that's what we're going to do. You need to just, be personable and get out there and meet people and get new friends on Facebook. And there's people that I've met too, and they're like, wait a second, I think one of my friends is doing a challenge with you. You do this and this and this. And then I'll just invite them right there. I'll be like, well, you should join us. You should come and join my challenge group. And she's like, oh yeah. This one guy I was talking to, oh, I want to do the P90X3. And I'm like, great. Are you on Facebook? I ask how she spells her name on there. And, she'll tell me, and I'll just type it in right there because I always have my phone. And now I have another friend and someone who can watch me and watch all of the cool transformations that all my friends are having. And then when she's ready, I'll invite her. And if she doesn't respond, when she's ready, she'll probably come to me, or I'll follow up with her in a few months, because obviously she wasn't ready at the time when I, messaged her after we had met that day. And, sometimes you don't get a response from people, and that's fine, because usually they always come around. So that's kind of my process when I'm talking with people live, and really the majority of it is just getting them on Facebook. Lindsay Matway has a video that I love, and she says, you don't even need to bring up Beachbody or bring up what you do most of the time. You just find a common denominator, things that you enjoy, common things that you guys enjoy, and then ask them, hey, are you on Facebook? We should connect sometime. And that's how you get more and more friends and more people that you can invite in time to your challenge. So when you're on Facebook, though, it's really cool because you can go through your friends list. You can keep a little notebook, handy dandy little notebook, and write down some people that you're kind of thinking that are in the front of your mind on who you want to invite, who you think would like the challenge. People that you can scroll through and see if people are talking about, a diet or how they want to lose weight or food or meal plans. You can kind of scroll through. You can set a timer, and you can specifically scroll for people who you think would like to join a challenge with you, and then take the opportunity to comment on their photos, go to their profile, check out what they're doing, and you can like their pictures. The more you comment and like someone's pictures, the more they show up in your news feed. So that way you can, when you invite them, you can say, hey, I saw that you were doing, you have a new blog up, or you just started working here. How's that going? It looks really fun. And I love all the posts you've been posting about that. and you can kind of compliment them, be sincere, and then, you know, keep the conversation rolling and say, hey, you know, I have this thing coming up. We do a challenge. We're doing a November challenge this month, getting fit for the holidays. Would you be interested in joining us? And, you know, it can kind of go naturally from there. And you guys know where the scripts are in the Team Shine group. So use those because they are very helpful. I think they're very helpful and they're a great time saver. And yeah, just make sure, get up 10 minutes earlier, go to bed 10 minutes later, set that timer on your phone and scroll Facebook, make a list, send out, I'd say 2 to 3 invites a day if you can, because even if, you know, it takes a little while to get the conversations rolling, if they don't join our challenge this month, they'll probably join it next month or the month after. So keep that momentum, keep it going. That's really, really important. And there is that cool new, you know, I kind of do it on my phone, that voice memo. I've sent some of you a little voice memo, and you can just hit record and it gives you 1 minute, and you can talk to them and say, hey, you know, it's been forever since I've seen you, but you look fantastic, and, you know, I love what you've been up to. Your family's adorable. And just simply say, you know, have a script. There's a script, I think, in the Team Shine Coach group, and you can read off of your script so you feel comfortable and let them know, you know, let me know what you think about that, and leave it at that, and just invite them, because people aren't going to think about it until you think about them. So hopefully that helps with the invitation process. You will also want to do some posts and invite people with your posts too. One last thing about that is, when you want to reach certain people, when you want to have that certain type of audience, and you want to speak to people in a way that will attract the people that you want to work with and that you think would benefit from what you have. Trying to make sense of how to say this, but you can really visualize that person that might need what you have, and you can think about them before you write your post and speak to them directly. It's almost like you would be writing a message to them, but on your post, on your wall, and say, you know, hey, we have a challenge coming up on this date, and then speak words that they would want to hear, or something that you've gone through, a part of your story that they would connect with. So that's a great way to do it as well. And I say doing an invitation for a challenge group, I'd say posting it weekly. Sunday night's a really great night, Monday morning. Friday nights and Saturdays aren't so great, but the rest of the week is pretty good. Just think about when that specific person that you'd like to invite, when they are online, and post then. So it's a good way to do it. You will want to, let's see. That's pretty much it. So really be thinking about the people that you want to attract. Okay, the next vital behavior, product of the product. This one is pretty simple, pretty cut, you know, black and white, cut and dry. Do your workouts every day. You know, do your 30-minute workouts, do whatever workout you love, but, you know, stay healthy and stay in shape with it, because the discipline of doing your workout is really going to help with the discipline of the other parts of the business. So people are going to see you, they're going to see your body transforming, they'll see how energetic and how full of life you are from doing your workouts, and it will really, really benefit you. And there are a lot of people that watch you that you have no idea that they're watching you. So just, you know, shine your light and be full of energy, and workouts help us do that. Workouts help us stay creative. And I take my Shakeology cup everywhere with me. So when I go to MOPS, it's like a mom's group we meet at 9:15 to 11:45. And I will have already had my breakfast, and I bring my Shakeology there because I have it as like a mid-morning snack. And there's breakfast there, so it can get a little bit awkward because I'm gluten-free, so I can't have all the donuts and all the yummy stuff that I used to be able to have. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but I have fruit and I have coffee and have my Shakeology, and I just have it with me every time. And I used to kind of feel awkward. I'm like, okay, should I bring my Shakeology in? Should I, you know, I used to always think that. I'm like, should I leave it in the car? What should I do? I don't want people to think that I'm like some weird salesperson trying to sell them this shake that I'm drinking all the time, you know, but now I'm over it. Now I'm just, I'm all about it. I do it because it's who I am. It's what I love. It makes me feel great. It's part of my routine, and people like to see that they can trust you and that you are doing what you say you're doing, and you're showing up and you're just being real. And if they want to join you, they will. If they want to ask you about it, they will. And if they don't, they don't. So it's cool. It's kind of nice to be like, not everyone's going to like what I do or like who I am. And that's a freeing thing too. So I've kind of gotten over some of those things I used to think about. Yeah, it's very, very important just to do, wear your stuff, wear your wear and share. Then when you finish a program, get your t-shirt and then wear it to the grocery store and wear it with your friends. And who cares? They're going to be like, oh, she's got her P90X3 hat on. I know her. They just know. They know you're about it. And then the third vital behavior is personal development. And this one is really great because that's kind of the whole reason why I got into the business. I needed confidence. I needed something in my life that was going to make me better. And I knew that this business would not only get me in shape, but it would help my mind become stronger and my confidence grow as well. So basically what it means is 10 to 20 minutes a day of a training call, like the national weekly wake-up call that I email out to you guys and that you probably get in your emails from Team Beachbody. That is a good, that can be a good 30 minutes of inspiration and personal development. So that would count as a day. Always have a book that you're reading. So I've kind of been slacking. I was reading a personality book and I was slacking for a couple weeks after my accident. And I could really tell I had been listening to a lot of Chalene Johnson's podcasts, which that is a great way to get personal development in because she has amazing stuff for us. It's so great. It's like she just knows what we need and gives it to us for free. It's amazing. I love her. So go to the Chalene Show on iTunes on the podcast and just randomly listen when you're in the car, when you're making dinner, when you're folding laundry. Listen to that stuff because it's going to make a difference and it's going to change you and your business will grow when you are investing in your business that way because it's an investment of your time and it'll help you a ton. So where was I going with that? So yeah, that counts. And then read your book though. I'm in a couple coach groups right now. I'm getting trained by some 10-star diamonds right now. And my one friend Nicole is a 10-star from Boston and she's training me. So I've got a ton of homework. And then I'm also in another coach group that I'm researching for you guys because I want to start doing, it's a 3-week kind of like a Coach Basics where it's a boot camp style, kind of shows you everything that you need to do in the business. And it's got a little tweak on it. So I'm going to do it and then I will share it with you guys because that's kind of the name of the game. Like we need to do it first as coaches and then we can share it with our team because I want to know what it's about. And it's really cool that Julie is a 5-star and it's cool that she's letting me in on all her little secrets. So what she knows, I know, and that's really fun. And Nicole's a great asset too, so it's fun. It's fun to like meet new people and meet mentors that can grow us, and I'm excited to share it all with you guys. So I have been doing that, but I will have, I'm going to start reading Danny Johnson's, one of her books, so that will be good, and that's part of my homework right now. So yeah, just pick a book, get up early, read 10 minutes, set a timer, if you need to, because time can go by. Sometimes I'll put my book down and I'll pick on my phone and scroll Instagram for a minute and I'll waste time and I'm like, no, stay on schedule. Set a timer, read my book for 10 minutes, done. On to something else. We have to stay productive. Otherwise our days are just going to blend in and we'll get nothing done. So yeah, personal development is also huge because there's a lot of things that are going to challenge you and a lot of things that are going to scare you, like posting before and after pictures on Facebook and, trying to log on to a Google Hangouts when you've never been on a video call and you don't know if your face is going to be on the screen or what it's going to look like, so you're like, oh, I'll just watch the recording instead. But I want to challenge you to just pop on the call, and if your little tiny face shows up on a screen, then who cares? Your mic will be muted and it'll be great. But all those little things, sometimes they do hang us up. And kind of Chalene talks about in some of her podcasts, there is there's always like this gap that keeps you from, there's these personal beliefs that we have that keep you from getting from one section to the next. I kind of think of it as like this big hole in front of me, and I'm standing on the edge of it, and I cannot figure out how to get to the next side of it because I want to move forward, but I can't because I've got this vocabulary going on in my mind that's telling me that I'm not smart enough and I'm not equipped enough, and all these things. I don't even know what we tell ourselves. We have these weird, crazy things, and some of them, you know, some of my things that I've actually been able to, from going to some live events this year, I've really been able to connect with them and realize why I do what I do and why I have these beliefs and what pivotal point in my life created those beliefs. And so I'm really trying to get over those and tell myself the opposite. You know, you tell yourself you're not valuable or you're a burden. You can tell yourself the opposite and say, you know, people like me, people enjoy me. I'm never, you know, I'm not a burden. I'm respectful, and, you know, I don't put myself on people, but I need to be more confident and step up. Or if you feel not valuable and you're letting other people rate your value, you need to really just figure out and tell your, you know, get back to that belief and tell yourself that you're valuable, and journal about it if you need to, and get some great personal development books that'll help you get over that hump of not being able to move forward in life and not, you know, just kind of staying stagnant and in the same place. So now it's kind of, for me, what I've learned is that action, like kind of the jumping off of the cliff and finding my wings on the way down, has really helped me. So if I can just kind of make that step, whatever I'm scared of, make that step, move forward, and I'll get closer. I'll have more confidence because I took action. Does that make sense? So anytime that you do a post that you're a little bit nervous about because you don't know what people are going to think about you, that's action. That's going to build confidence because someone's going to come up, you know, someone's going to message you or talk to you and tell you, hey, I loved that post, or I really love what you've been doing on Facebook, or, you know, hey, I really want to join you. I've been watching you for a while, and thanks for putting yourself out there. It's all, you know, you don't know until you try. You won't be able to get those responses from people or get the confidence that you deserve if you don't take the action. So whatever that looks like for you, I just encourage you to take that step, and personal development will help you with that. And I know you guys are legit. You are the most sincere people I've ever met. And I'm just really, really so glad you're here. And I think overall, that is it. I have some action plans. I have some action steps for you. I want you to, I'm going to have you comment in the Team Shine Coach group about what the names of the people that you're going to friend and you're going to invite this week. I want you to choose 5 people that you are going to message and invite. And then I want you to choose 5 more people that you are going to start forming and connecting, like rekindling a relationship with on Facebook. If it's someone you haven't talked to in a long time, say, hey, what have you been up to? I miss seeing you. Remember when we did this together? Rekindle those relationships. Get that momentum going. So I want 5 people. 5, I have a huge hand. 5 people that I want you to just point blank invite. You can do the voice memo, or you can type them out a message, and then 5 people that you're going to start rekindling that relationship with and getting to know them better. So that is your action plan for the day. I also want you, one other thing, I want you to set a timer, and I want you to scroll 10 minutes a day on Facebook, and I want you to start creating a list of people that are positive, that are the type of people that you want to connect with, the type of people that you enjoy, and I want you to put them on your list and either invite them or think of them for future, and possibly do a business invitation to them. And, you know, when you invite them for a challenge group, you can most definitely invite them to the business and just say, hey, you know, would you be interested in checking out this business? It's been such a great thing and so fun for me, and I'd love for you to check it out. I think you'd love it. And just do the business invite, because I'm finding now as I go, people really, really like this opportunity, and it's a great opportunity. So don't be scared to share it. But thanks, guys. If you have any questions, let me know, and again, be thinking about topics for the next couple months, because I'm going to sit down and I'm going to keep the call short. But when we do the live call, you're going to be able to chat on the side, so we can chat with each other, and I'll leave a little room for question and answer at the end of the call as well. So thank you. Love you guys. Have a good night.